Welcome back to Bake Your Way Kitchen. So thank you for tuning in. If you saw just recently, I posted a video of how to make a granola pie crust, as you can see here. In continuation for this, I'm going to be making the filling now for a recipe I'm going to do, and it is chocolate almond pie filling. Chocolate almond cashew pie filling, I should say, with vanilla notes. So one thing I've done is I have toasted about 190 grams of raw cashews and raw almonds, as you can see right here. All I did was set my oven for 350 degrees and put them in for about 10 minutes. But now I need to coarsely chop them because they are too big. I've got a mini food processor over here. All I need to do is, whoa, I don't want to kill myself here. Just have to remove this. And all I'm going to do is put the almonds in here. This is going to be very loud, so please excuse me for this. This will just be a second. We're going to, just until it's coarsely chopped, we're going to combine these. That should be good enough. You really don't need a lot of time because we are going to be putting this at the bottom of our pie crust. And yeah, this is what you're looking for. It's not critical. So now we're just going to pour it over the bottom here. And basically you're filling in all the gaps. It's a very as you can see, there's a lot of nuts here. That's good. That's what we're looking for. So that's done, as you can see, just like that. Alright, and I have a few extra here, but I'm probably just going to garnish that on top. You don't need to use the full amount. So now what we need to do is I've got a saucepan here, and I've got a little bit of water in it. I'm going to put about 10 ounces of dark chocolate. I would say bittersweet's good. You could use semi-sweet, whatever you prefer. This is actually a 62% chocolate. I'm going to pour it in here. And I'm going to let this melt with a teaspoon of butter over simmering water. Once it has melted, remove immediately and let cool. So our chocolate is now fully melted, and I'm just in the process of letting it cool just a little bit. I'll just show you what it looks like. It's right there. You can see it's got a nice glossy color. I used good quality chocolate for this. You want to use a good quality chocolate for this because that chocolate is really going to shine in this recipe. I also added just a few chocolate chips along the bottom to have a little bit of the chocolate crunch or chocolate bite, because this is all the chocolate on top, so it's going to be all liquid. What I have here is 1.5 cups of milk. That would be about 100 and, whoa, not 100. That'd be about 350 grams or 350 milliliters of milk. I'm using almond milk actually. I'm using the original almond milk vanilla, and I'm gonna pour this in. I would recommend using almond milk because there's a really strong almond flavor already, and the chocolate and almond combination always goes well, and it would be nice to have in it. So all you need to do is mix this in with the chocolate. Then all you need to do is stir to combined. Alright, so our chocolate's now combined, as you can see, but it's still quite runny. So we're going to add about 1/2 cup of flour. It's still going to make it still very liquidy. So 1/2 cup, that would be 82 grams of flour. And also you're going to want to add about 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And you can either use the unsweetened no, you need to use unsweetened, I apologize. But you could either use the Dutch processed or just regular. I'm probably going to just use the regular for this one. So this is what it looks like once you've added in the flour. It's thickened up, as you can see. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and add in the cocoa powder. And you're going to just want to stir. This is going to be a very strong chocolate flavor. Like, I can just tell this is for the serious chocolate lover in your family, because this thing is going to be ultra chocolate. Like, we've got a lot of chocolate in here. We've got over ½ pound. And then we're adding in cocoa powder, and oh, it's going to be incredible. So now our mixture is ready. Here we are. Here you see, doesn't it look amazing? And I can tell you, it just smells incredible. It hasn't even baked and it smells great. So now we're just going to add this over the top. Alright, so this is what your chocolate almond pie with granola crust should look like. So I would just recommend put it in the fridge or freezer to set completely. And yeah, so one thing you can do now, you don't need to wait till afterwards, is the reserve nuts that you have, sprinkle them on the side here. I'm just going to put this all in, and then we're going to do this. This is going to be quite delicious. And as an added touch, add some confectionery sugar. Alright. There we go. I'm just sprinkling this with confectioner sugar. And it may dissolve in, that's kind of normal, but hey, I mean, it's just kind of for show. So that's kind of a quick way to do it. So now I'm going to put this in the freezer, and I will show you, and I will cut a piece after and give my review. So I have here the finished product. As you can see, it's very nice. Now, I did not let the granola crust set long enough, so I would really recommend, if you when you put it in the oven, make sure it's very set. So at least 10 minutes in the oven, and when it's out of the oven, immediately put it in the freezer for at least 10 or 15 minutes just to set. But it's quite good. We've got the granola bottom, and then we've got the crushed nuts and the chocolate top. So now I'm going to give it a try and tell you what you think. Tell you what I think. Ooh. Here we go. You know what really stands out from this recipe? This recipe? That chocolate flavor. I would really recommend, if you do make this recipe, that you use a high quality chocolate, because it'll make all the difference. That is the taste that is truly coming through. And it's fantastic. It's quite rich, but it's so delicious.